What's up? What's up? Let's get this show on the road. Can everyone hear me? That's the most important thing. How are you, Daniel? All is good. Okay, this is gonna be a very quick stream. Okay, all good, right? Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Can't hear you. All right. Quite a few people watching. Let me just share the link first to some of the people who plan to watch this stream. Welcome everybody. It's been extremely tiring. It's the weekend. Let's try to get some people in from the Telegram chat. If you have not joined the Telegram chat, feel free to, of course, click on the link in the description and feel free to join us. Okay. Yes, someone is doing the dishes. Give me a second. All right, so guys, 40 people watching. Let's get started. Okay, so today's topic is until you figure this out, you will never be successful. So let me just go straight to it. I think after after trading and investing for a matter of time, I'm still in the hospital. Korean, of course, my friend. Welcome, and congratulations on becoming a new father yet again. Korean Jew obviously has had his second child. So congratulate him in the chat, everyone. So as I was saying, I think I want to cover a few things today. The most important thing is understanding how to become successful in cryptocurrencies or basically in life. So first up, I think the most important thing is to always be very well read. And also, you got to understand that this market will always be ahead of you. It's always forward thinking. You think that it's always forward thinking, meaning that it always has information that is required, and then we will act upon it when the information is out. But there are people out there who have that information before you. Okay, so when people have that edge, when people have that edge, they always want to keep it that way. Okay, no one cares about sharing that information with you unless there's something for them to gain. Fair enough? Okay, so why do I say this? And firstly, okay, when I was starting out in banking, right? By the way, in banking we are of course very competitive. We are always very goal oriented, at the same time very focused. So if you think about how the environment is like, competitive, we rarely work in teams. The reason why we work in teams is just to get some business done, okay, some deals done. So same thing, when you work in a group environment, right? The whole group must benefit, the whole group must profit, which leads me to the whale groups. So how do whale groups function? Within the whale groups, there are already subgroups. So let's just put it this way. How are the groups categorized? They are categorized by the amount of money they are able to invest, they are able to put into the plate. So prior to that, right? Of course, naturally, you have to have a network first. Okay, if you don't have a network, you don't have a database, this doesn't work. So here's how it goes. There will be segregations between the whale club. Okay, so this is in general. Okay, so let's say we have X number of say 100 people who can invest about 200 BTC each. So firstly, if you ask 200 BTC, not many cryptocurrencies have that much volume for you to fill up that order. So it has to be a very gradual basis. So this group will always have precedence first in terms of the market movement. So of course it has to be pre-planned. Okay, you have to get the orders in filled up first. Okay, so this group. From then after that, you will have a group that is slightly larger than the first group. Okay, and they can only invest say 50 BTC, just for example, or maybe 10 to 50 BTC. Then that group will start flowing in to allow the initial group to start having their prices realized, start to go up already. Now, if the last and final group, which is the mass market group, the mass market group will basically be following whatever the news has been spread. So at the end of the day, if the mass market group, the first two groups will always make the first group will always make the most money. The second group will be the ones that will benefit in between, and then after that, the last group are based on luck, meaning that if you catch it on time and you're disciplined enough, you can get out on time. So this is how every single thing works in the real world. The stock markets, cryptocurrencies, futures, options, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. So what I'm just trying to say is that at the end of the day, if you are a retail investor, right, the chance that you have to make money in this is literally through proper technical analysis or through fundamental analysis. So you can pick. But I think having a mixture of both will allow you to build that portfolio. Now, whoever asked me to get to the point can fuck off, because this is my stream. You don't want to watch it, you don't have time, you want to sleep, then you can go away. Really, don't ever get me get to the point, man. Okay, so just so you know, we're here to create lifelong sustainable wealth. Okay, in the first place, if you are here to learn. If you're not here to learn, you can get off the stream, man. I'm not here to please everybody. So just so you know, you want to make sure that you understand cryptocurrencies from a stock analysis way. So what do I mean by stock analysis? If you are understanding the cryptocurrency from the team to the backers to the white paper, okay, you want to do your homework first. Because you see, let's just put it this way, how many people have 50 to 100 BTC to 500 BTC to manipulate the market? Not many. So you want to be part of these groups, then you better be willing to fork out the cash. It's just very simple. It's all about exclusivity, privacy. Okay, everyone who is rich enough doesn't want to work with the masses. It's very rare. It's just human mentality that we all want to be selfish. Just like the dude in the chat, he just wants to get to the point so that he can go to sleep, so he can fuck off, because this is my stream. So just so you know, okay, just so you know, why am I doing this? Because I realize that I can use my skills for two things. One, I can either help the people, or two, basically I can just help myself. Now, in the first place is option one, because you know that I run a Signals group. The Signals group is only $100 a month, okay? But I get nothing out of it other than the $100 a month. There's no intrinsic value. I don't run pump and dump groups. What I teach in there with my team is just pure value. So just so you know, if you are looking at building up your business, okay, if you're trying to build up your business, hard work, guys. It's all hard work. I think a lot of people want to join a Signals group, and in general, not my Signals group, in general, so they can just dong their money into a particular cryptocurrency and start getting excited, and they think they're going to get the gains. Firstly, I've heard like 90% of the time when people join pump and dump groups, they're always losing money. So because at the end of the day, pump and dump groups were made to do were made to attract you with the attractive returns. They love to show you what they want to show you. Okay, fair enough. They'll show you anything that goes parabolic. So meaning that the J curve. So when that happens, right, you will realize that you will think, oh, okay, me joining this group for X amount of money, I'm gonna be rich like tomorrow. Think again, because that's not how it works. Okay, if it's anything, you're gonna make them rich. So I'm trying to help you guys out. So when you start understanding these theories and start protecting yourself, not only learning how to trade properly, invest in terms of a fundamental analysis method, you're also going to benefit by creating sustainable skills and sustainable wealth for yourself and for your family. Now, okay, so let's look at this. Okay, right. Are we starting a whale pool? No, unfortunately, we do not do such things. You know what? Let's just put it this way. If I wanted to start a whale pool, I would have done so a long time ago. I've already known the method for donkey years. It's just a matter of whether or not do I want to do something like that, because always someone has to get burned. It's a zero-sum game. So the whole idea of me teaching you guys all that I've taught you all, especially in terms of the entry points, is to let you understand that fundamentally, once you know what is behind the cryptocurrency, you don't have to worry whatever the whales do. You don't have to care about what the governments do, whether exchanges are being closed. Okay, exchanges being closed. Okay, let's address one thing at a time. Governments will never hate cryptocurrencies. Governments will never hate blockchain technology. Okay, it is part and parcel. They cannot destroy it. It is decentralized for a reason. Now, if you intend to get invested in cryptocurrencies, okay, just understand one thing. You need to learn how to secure your cryptocurrencies. You need to understand that it has high levels of entry. Okay, firstly, not every country has access to a Bitcoin ATM machine or you can buy Ethereum easily. There are many layers of KYC that you have to go through in order for you to have your account approved. Okay, so this is not such an easy thing to begin with if you think about it. Now, if you want to look at building up your business, especially, or at least building up your cryptocurrency portfolio, you have to make sure that you have a clear head when it comes to FUD. Okay, a lot of people panic. So when people panic, what do? They always let go their cryptocurrencies. They quickly sell off their Bitcoin. There are talks about November. Okay, there are talks about November, and November will be the SegWit activation, or at least the increase of the block, right? To 2 megabyte block, 1 to 2 megabyte block. So when that happens, you're going to see a little bit of uncertainty again, probably created by the whales again once more. Because if you think about it, if you talk about a sell down of 500 million, 100 million, I mean, guys, retail, they don't have that kind of coordinated effort. You and I are all, doing our own thing. We're busy. Most of the time, we're not letting go of anything, right? It takes a huge market movement from a coordinated effort, a group effort, in order for it to move that way. So I hope you all start to understand and start listening here. Okay, so now you know and I know that Bitcoin is here to stay. You know and I know that Ethereum is also here to stay. So the safest bet is for anyone who is new to this stream, you can go and buy those two. Now, Bitcoin and Ethereum will be there. You just make sure that you have as much of it as possible. Now, what happens if you buy at the current price of 4,300 and then the next thing, say during the FUD, it drops down to 2,000? What do? Obviously, you do not panic, because once you understand the fundamentals behind Bitcoin, you're not going to sell. You're definitely going to stay invested in Bitcoin. You're definitely going to stay invested in that cryptocurrency. And because of the fact that there is scarcity, there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoins ever. All right, there's never going to be more. All right, and there can be altcoins, for example, Bitcoin Cash. So it depends on how much liquidity you have. But if you have very limited liquidity, you want to store Bitcoin. And when I say store, means that every time there's a significant dip, you pick up more. This is how it's going to be. You see, I've repeated myself about this strategy over and over again for the whole course of the year. Now, a lot of entertainers, charlatans, love to always go to the next coin and the next coin and the next coin. Sure, it's to create content. I completely get it. But this whole channel, the reason why I created it is to help people understand that if you want to be rich, you need to stay focused. All right. If you keep moving on to the next big thing, it's understandable. Human beings love something new. Human beings love to get excited. Okay. And No one likes to just stay in Bitcoin and do nothing. But if you think on the long run, let me just show you something about Bitcoin. And this is the part where all the newbies are going to enjoy. Okay, the newbies are going to enjoy. Now see this chart? Okay, so let's say beginning of the year. Let's just talk about 2017, okay? Let's just talk about 2017, 1st of January 2017. Okay, so okay, so far, right? If you just held Bitcoin, of course that's the peak, right? Currently now it's a little bit lower. Give me a second. Okay, so if you just held Bitcoin, you would be up 375% just by doing nothing. Okay, just by doing nothing. All you did was just buy, and you walked away. Now, this is the fundamentals. You knew that Bitcoin, in terms of infrastructure, is growing. You knew that Bitcoin, at the end of the day, is not going anywhere. All right? And if it's anything, this is the part where technical analysis matters, because you would have accumulated anywhere along the consolidations, okay? And consolidations, dips, this is where you accumulate, because you're going to have your salary that comes in every month. You're going to park it aside. That's what you do. Okay? And if you really want to see that your portfolio grow, this is the best way. Now, there are people who have Bitcoin funds, okay, who have Bitcoin funds, cryptocurrency funds. Sure, that's active management. All right, that costs a lot of fees. So what you can do is learn to take charge of your own finances, because it's not difficult to just buy and hold. All you need to understand is, do you have a wallet where you own the private keys? You have just registered in several exchanges such as Bittrex, Kraken, Gemini, you know, any kind of cryptocurrency exchange. You can just buy and, you know, transfer your US dollars or your pounds or wherever you're from and buy and hold. Okay? Now, if you're thinking that, wow, this seems very, very simple, but in essence, psychologically, it's not. When you look at the chart, right, it looks very attractive. It looks like, wow, it's so straightforward, buy and hold. But let me just tell you something. When you bought here, okay, now let's zoom in on things, okay? So when you bought here, let's say if you bought during this period of time, and this happens, psychologically, you can't take it, because you would immediately see in a matter of 2 weeks that your wealth has dropped okay, your wealth, or at least your portfolio, has dropped 33%. So say you invested 10,000, okay, and 34% just got wiped out in a matter of 2 weeks. How are you going to handle it? So that's where you have to understand. You have to start following the right people, so that you are able to be assured that, oh, okay, this is just part and parcel. Because psychologically, no one can handle 30% in 2 weeks. It's very rare that everyone has that kind of stomach. And when I'm talking about investing, we're talking about investing 5-6 figures here. Okay? If there are some people who invest a few thousand to a few $100s, they also feel it, because money is hard to earn, guys. And when money is hard to earn, we have to take our money seriously. And that is why if you follow rubbish, you will get rubbish. That's just what I'm saying, right? Okay, so now I am going to refer to you about laddering. Now, laddering orders are very, very important. So say, for example, you have a plan that, okay, Ryan, after listening to you, I am going to start buying Bitcoins. But should I buy everything like now? You know, I don't want to miss the next uptrend. Look, there's always an opportunity to buy it cheaper. No, you're not going to get it back at the 3 cents at the period when it was 3 cents or $1. Okay, it may or may not happen. In fact, it will never happen. But what you can be certain of is that the market will always have corrections and dips. Do you notice all the wicks that are here? Right? So when you understand that there's an opportunity going forward, you can always start laddering your orders in. So what does laddering mean? So let's just draw a simple Fibonacci, right? So guys, if you do not have Coinigy, just go and sign up for a Coinigy account. It's free. You put in your email and you can have access to this for the next 30 days. Okay, so it's nothing difficult. Okay, so let's go to the simple Fibonacci's first. And a lot of traders just love you know, like having a fancy, you know, all the indicators. That's all good. That's all good. That's all great. But just so you know, I don't use fancy indicators. Okay? And the people in the Signals group know that I invest buckloads into cryptocurrencies because at the end of the day, I understand things from a fundamental perspective. So I don't have to really like have a elaborate chart. And if I can use simple indicators, you can use simple indicators too. Okay, so looking at this chart. Okay, let's look at the chart first. So at the 0.618 Fibonacci level, which is a very crucial Fibonacci level, you will notice that a large part of the price consolidation was at 2,444. Now, that level no longer exists. But however, we can look at the next level up, which is the 0.236, which is 3,954. Now, those in my Signals group and in my group chat, they know that I usually provide levels for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and then they will know where to queue. So you understanding and you knowing where to queue is also important. So this is the part where simple technical analysis. Now remember that technical analysis is understanding the volume and also entry and exit points. Can you trade Bitcoin, Ryan? That means I have no interest to really hold Bitcoin long term. I just want to make a profit in my US dollars or my pounds. Yes, you can. So same thing, Fibonacci levels and understanding whether the OBV or the volume is increasing, decreasing. Is it increasing volume or decreasing volume? All these things you can understand from all the fundamental analysis and the technical analysis that we provide. So if you look at this chart, let me just give you this simple chart. So looking at this chart, of course, is still an uptrend. Thank you, Bitcoin, for really providing us with this amazing run so far. Do I see some FUD? Yes, I do. As you can see, the last few days, if you look at this key level, guys, 0.236, 3,954, do you notice how many times it touched? Once, twice. And why is that so? Because there's a large support level. Do you see that the candles all close above this line? See? So this is just basically a simple Fibonacci retracement. Did I do anything fancy? No. It was just a simple line drawn from the bottom to the top. That's all. So once you understand just stuff like that, you can't have people lie to you, right? Because at the end of the day, the psychology is like that, because the market understands simple Fibonacci levels as well. Everyone needs to find a support and resistance. Okay. Now next thing, let's look at Ethereum. We need to buy some Ethereum, guys. And I really want you all to hit it this year, okay? Because those who have not picked up any Ethereum, now is your chance to pick up some Ethereum, okay? Okay, look, there's only 115 people watching. If you're thinking I'm pumping anything, I don't care. Because if you don't pick it up, this is one of those times that you're going to miss out. So when I say miss out, I'm not an internet marketer, so I don't benefit from you moving the Ethereum price to like 400, 500. I need you to understand that Vitalik is moving towards proof of stake. He's moving towards Metropolis. There's Raiden network coming out. All this good stuff is coming on Ethereum. And if you don't have much of it, you cannot stake, you cannot earn. Because as a proof of stake network, you need one of the most solid proof of stake networks to confidently, put your money in an online or offline wallet. Now, I'm not sure whether in terms of how the staking is going to be done, whether or not you can earn Ethereum while you're offline. But you know what? Even if you don't have enough to stake or shard, you can always just own and be happy with the Ethereum price appreciation. So let's just do this again. We are going to do Poloniex because Bittrex doesn't have enough US dollar tether price history. So looking at the 1 day, okay, so looking at the 1 day, it is obvious that it is now slightly above 300. Okay, so if you notice that you bought slightly above 300, so yeah, guys, okay. If you look at the Fibonacci at 0.236, 300 is one of the most excellent places that you can start accumulating. Now, could you do low ball orders? By all means, please do, because low ball orders do occasionally get hit. So if you're someone who is aggressive, you can buy some now. But let me go back to the $10,000 example. Okay, just use $10,000 just as a rough gauge. So let's say I'm gonna invest 10,000 into Ethereum. I'm gonna put 2,000 at the current price of 300, or I hit the market, or we hit the spot price, which is 305 at the moment. Now, the next level that you can consider queuing, you can queue at the Fibonacci level, but it may not reach there, because if you look at the wicks, there is a very strong buying up whenever it reaches this point. So the 269 or 275. So 275, 277 would be the next level that you consider. See, guys, it wasn't difficult. And you know what? There was someone who commented, Ryan, your technical analysis is so simple. Why is it so simple? It's like anybody can do it. Sure. Of course, that's the whole idea, because I want anybody to be able to do it. I want grandpa and grandma who have been slogging for the past 40 years, you know, not having a chance to really grow their money as effectively or efficiently, to have a chance to do this. All right? Why should it be just only the smart people or the niche who will want to enjoy cryptocurrencies? Why can't grandpa and grandma who are in their 50s and 60s to their 70s be able to participate in something like this? Because it comes only once in a certain lifetime that they are able to experience something like this happening. And cryptocurrencies is happening, guys. Okay? Now, this F double top is only an opportunity for you to pick up more. The F double top, whether or not, yeah, sure, from a technical analysis, it's even potentially forming a head and shoulders, man. Shoulder, head, and shoulder. If you want to enter, no problem. You can always wait. But you know what? When you wait and Metropolis appears, there's good news about the white paper, everything starts rallying, 300 may or may not be the last time you can ever pick it up. Okay? Thank you, Richard. That's the whole idea, right? It is okay. Look, it's okay to be a little bit complex. Okay, when you understand more, challenging or complicated technical indicators or graphs, right? It does help you in terms of the volume. So it does help you in terms of positioning your trades and anticipating. You need to use, I would say 3 indicators to maybe maximum 4 is good enough. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to like get the full suite, but it's for human nature, knowledge is important. So you may want to understand like all the various kinds of indicators, and then from then you see which one suits you the best, because you may have a style. But wait, let me share something with you about technical indicators. If very little people use it, then it's not going to show up. You get what I'm saying? I repeat myself. If very little people use that technical indicator, that means if the whales or the traders who are not, you know, not even using that indicator that you're looking at, then obviously it's not going to show up. That means the levels will not match up. The chart doesn't even make sense, because at the end of the day, they are not using that particular indicator. Okay, so stick to the simple stuff. Okay, so now, when is that Metropolis? Okay, tentatively, Whitec Nowak. Metropolis is tentatively going to be around in October. Yeah, so tentatively October. Yes, I am in Singapore because I live in Singapore, man. Okay, so TP for ARK. Okay, let's look at ARK. ARK, I assume, is at the all-time high at the moment. ARK is at the all-time high. No, yep. Look. Okay, I'm gonna, for anything that is at the all-time high, right? That's where the fundamental analysis comes in. If you talk about TP, yes, you can draw a trend channel, but at some point, a upward trend channel, at some point you just have to make a decision. Are you happy with 50% return? Are you happy with 100% return? Okay, and then from then you decide whether or not you want to exit. Now, ARK is one of those POS coins where you can stake and earn ARK. But today, funnily, I started calculating. I started calculating the gas that you can earn from staking 10,000 Neo coins. Okay, so when you stake 10,000 Neo coins, you are able to earn about 150 per week. 150 $150 in terms of gas per week. Okay, so that works out to about, or is it per day? Wait, per day or per week? So let's calculate a little bit. If its current price of Neo is 25 times 10,000, that's a $250,000 investment. I hope it's per day, man, because if it's per week, it doesn't even make sense. Wait, so if it's 150 per week, that's 7 times 12. Okay, 12,600. 12,600 divided by 250,000. 5%. Okay, that's correct. So it's per day 150, and you get 5% per annum. I think that is awesome. 5% per annum in terms of cryptocurrencies is really good. Okay, so let's take some questions. So okay, wait. Back to the question about ARK. So if you have a good amount of ARK, you might want to consider experiencing how to stake the ARK coins first, and then you make a decision, because you don't have to exit completely if you bought ARK at, like, say $1, $2 or something like that, you know. But if you bought relatively close to the high, then it's up to you. What should I buy? Total beginner. Buy Bitcoin or Ethereum? My take is for you to pick up some Ethereum support team. This is one of those times. Okay, Golem. Oh man, Golem is already tanking, man. I think the news of the OMG yeah. Okay, as you can see, okay, yeah. So as you can see, it already tanked already, guys. Hype. Pure hype, boom. And okay, Mad Cow, if you intend to want to buy Golem, yeah, okay, look, volume is down. Okay, let's look at OBV. Okay, let me just make this tick a little bit thicker. Okay, so volume has dipped. Okay, Mad Cow, and then as you can see, the volume is dipping. The excitement has gone. You want to wait for consolidation first before picking it up, because you do not know how much downside this has. So whatever excitement has already left, the soul has already left. I don't know whether Binance. Okay, Binance is. I don't think Binance. Okay, Binance, right? Binance Coin, is it available? It's only available on Yobit, is that correct? Or you can buy Binance on Binance. I think you can buy the Binance token on Binance, right? Coinergy, I think, doesn't have it. Yes, I do use moving averages for my TA also. It is the Golden Cross. Yep. Ashley, you are right. GNT is a long hold. Thanks, Ryan, but I'm not buying anymore. Then why are you asking, man? Any good levels at... oh, okay. Yeah, Coinergy doesn't have Binance. Yes, that's right. Thanks for the clarification, guys. No, I understand that Binance is an exchange, but you also can purchase the tokens. I get it. I really get it. Aha! Blue Water Glass. How are you, my friend? Blue Water Glass is our very friendly admin. I've known this guy ever since I started my channel. Most trusted and solid friend. For anyone who wants to know a little bit about basic technical analysis to a little bit on intermediate, right, you can approach Blue Water Glass. What should a beginner be aware of? Okay, as a beginner, I think the most important thing is security. Surprisingly, Because if you don't know how to secure your cryptocurrencies, and in a way okay, we are going to have a talk on security tomorrow. All right, we're going to have a talk on security tomorrow, and I'm very privileged to have a member in my group, in the Crypto Grinders group, and he's very open to share about internet security. Now, this guy is a professional, okay, meaning that he helps enterprise corporations secure their accounts. Also, he does white hat hacking. So this guy is a pro, and we're having him on board. You know, he's going to teach how to secure your cryptocurrencies. How do you go on an exchange? Why you should have multiple emails with one pass with a few layers of passwords and all that. I tell you, this guy is just gonna. I'm actually looking forward to the session tomorrow. Despite the fact that I have a decent amount of understanding of security, but there's no such thing as an exchange that is entirely secure, if that even makes sense. Because whenever you buy, okay, why are wallets so popular? Why wallets with private keys are so popular is because you can buy the tokens from the exchange and then store it in your private wallet. So whenever, right, a price spike when a wallet is launched, it makes sense, because finally people can buy more confidently of that token and then house it in their own wallet with the private keys. So the question about what's the most important thing, I think the most important thing is you have to understand the space. The space is the blockchain technology, understanding whether or not this particular cryptocurrency has enough use cases for you to pick it up. Any thoughts on Rivet's ICO? Tizen and leonfu.com just mentioned it in two to three videos. Now, if they mention it, okay, Tizen and Leonfu, try to understand that they are already a very advanced level in this space. Okay, I mean, I've been following them like ever since last year, and they were much of my inspiration, and they still are. You know, those guys, if you ask me, the Oracle will always be the Oracle. You know, Leon Fu is a Wall Street tech guy, and at the same time, the credibility is just solid. Now, about Rivet's ICO, I'm sure that they put a disclaimer why they're promoting it. I'm sure they have already done their due diligence on the Rivet's team ICO. I don't know exactly what does Rivet's do, so I am not able to comment the technology behind it. But I will go and read up on it, and I'll let you guys know what I think about it. Ryan, what about Seer Coin? Seer Coin, okay, SC Coin, guys. I was never a fan of SC Coin because I felt that Seer Coin has very little to offer in a very saturated space. It's very competitive. Okay, a very good example would be would be the current, like 10x, like Monaco, okay, Moneta, all these payment these debit cards that allow cryptocurrencies. Starting to see a little bit familiar. Initially, there was two competitors, StorchX and SC Coin. So it was all the hype, right? But now look at SC Coin, and you can go and check the chart. Where is it today? Let's look at the chart, and then I'll prove my point. So if I had really fallen in love with SC Coin, okay, if I had fallen in love with SC Coin, I would be nowhere near anywhere happy at the moment. It's at 165 satoshis. The volume is nowhere near exciting. And for them to really pick up, I need to see some marketing effort. I need to see some Facebook marketing. I need to see some advertorials on buses. I need to see some on websites, prominent websites. That means they're willing to spend the marketing dollars that they attain during their ICO. Is that fair? Because you want to attract me as a customer, I need to see some advertising. I don't know where's the advertising ever since after that. So that's my take on Seer Coin. Okay, Richard, when you say due to breakout, there has to be news. So perhaps maybe you heard of news on Seer Coin that is going to allow people to get excited, because that's the only time. You have to have a little bit of a timeline to anticipate. Okay, Rivets ICO. Look, if Rivets ICO, okay, now very quickly, does Rivets ICO, does this Rivets team already have a pre-existing a business? Okay, is it raising funds to create this current project, or it already has a pre-existing business? If it's a pre-existing business, that means they already having existing revenue and database. Feel free to invest. Put in 1,000, 2,000 or a few $100. No harm trying. But if Rivets are raising money to basically get their project going, then you have to look at the team. How prominent is the team? Who are the backers? Now, if you have some backers, maybe you have a chance. You have a chance. Solid backers. We're talking about solid backers here. Okay. OMG. Okay. Wait. Let me see. Filecoin. Okay. I'm not very sure about Filecoin, man. Okay. I shall not take any Hearthstone questions now. Although yesterday I was having a little bit of fun, but today it's all about crypto, man. Okay, Neo. Right, sure. Filecoin, guys, I don't have any insight on Filecoin. Okay, so Neo BTC. Neo BTC has still a lot of strong selling. You need to wait until the candles start thinning down. That means the candles are nice and small and it's very consolidated. You can start staking because your dividend is 5% at this current price. Okay? So now here what I'm trying to say, when you pick it up at this price, you're okay with 5% per annum. Okay? That means you're not here to speculate on the price depreciation or appreciation. You're here to earn 5% per annum. Now, is that 5% per annum guaranteed? No, it's not. When Neo is gradually picking up, okay, the price has to go up as the network strengthens as well and as the difficulty goes up. That's when the gas prices go up as well. Now, if less and less people use Neo, then obviously the price of Neo goes down and so does the price of gas. So does your dividend. Zcoin for cheap. OMG, okay, sure. OMG is solid, guys, okay? I will shill OMG for free, man, which I am, okay? I like solid tech. I got people in at 0.0015. You can ask anyone who is in my Telegram chat. 0.015. This is the level I got everyone in. Okay? Just to validate. Okay, now, if you want to pick up more OMG, I think the best time is during the dips. Now, we had a dip kind of like yesterday, but I think you're going to be able to pick it up at 0.0025. Now, bear in mind, there is zero mainnet at the moment. Okay? There's no mainnet at the moment. So if you enter, you're unable to stake. You're just holding it for capital appreciation. Okay, what's the next question? Pivix. Pivix. Wait. Yes. Okay. Yes, darling. Okay. Okay. Quiet. Okay. Okay. Love you. Okay. Okay. For Pivix, try to pick it up at 72,544. That's your best bet. It may or may not reach, but the next aggressive level would be 81,018. So you can ladder your orders. 81,018. Next level will be 72,544. And then the next level down will be 57968. Okay, you all got it? Okay. Hi Ryan, may I know what is good the good entry for F? Good entry for F now would be 300 and 275 MTL. I have no idea what that is, so enter with your own discretion. I'm just looking at it from a technical analysis standpoint. Yes, darling. Hold on. Okay. Okay, from MTL, your entry point would be at 235,231 satoshis. Look, it's kind of expensive, don't you think, for this project? I'm curious how much they raised. How much they raised and what do they do? Is it a POS coin? Metal? Is it a POS coin as well? By the way, it okay, when I keep mentioning about POS coins, it's not always necessary, right? There has to be solid tech behind it in order for you to even consider buying it. Because if there's no network support, then your staking will only be for naught. MTL, as in the ticker is M metal. It's MTL, right? Oh wow, it's on Yobit. Okay, guys, the volume like is hardly even there, and then suddenly it picks up. Okay, for the punters, okay, obviously when I look at this chart, right, it lacks liquidity. Look at this. It lacks liquidity, it hardly ever moves. It recently popped because obviously it's being manipulated. Okay? So I'm not recommending anything, I'm not touching it. ARK I've already ARK, okay, so ARK, let me cover a little. Wait, ARK already I think I covered, right? ARK at the moment is parabolic, man. Okay? ARK is parabolic. If you buy, that means you're just chasing it. I got into ARK and I recommended ARK to the chat like $1, $1.50, around there. 80 cents, 90 cents was the time that I personally got in, and then after that I realized, okay, ARK had some momentum. Yeah, double up on ARK, man. Zcash or ZEC. Currently now it's already at the previous yeah, it's at the previous low, May. The OBV just started to recover, but it's still very low in terms of volume. Do you understand the technology enough to invest in it? That's my question. If you understand the technology enough and you appreciate what they're doing, the team is doing, the community is growing, you can actually speculate on it and hope for a pop, but it's a long way more. So let's look at the stochastic RSI. See whether there's any chance for a turn. If it's already definitely oversold. Okay, it's already oversold. Okay, from the stochastics is already oversold. Okay, this is a 1 day, right? You look at the 4 hours, same thing. It's gonna be a long time for it to recover, man. Like a long time. So if you are like bullish for some means in Zcash, yeah, okay, fine. You can pick it up, because that's usually, if I believe in a particular project, I always will pick up cryptocurrencies when it's roughly around this period. But bear in mind, your liquidity is going to be held in there for quite some time. All right, let's see, another 12 minutes more, guys. Will China ban cryptocurrencies? No, they won't. They're not going to ban cryptocurrencies because they can't, right? They can only regulate the exchanges, but they're not going to be able to ban it completely. Look, you can always VPN. Yeah, long time. If you're going to be invested in Zcash, it's going to be a long time. There's no signs of turning, man. Please tell me that BTC is going to go lower than this. It may. It may, my friend. It may. District... Oh, okay, I'm not a fan of District 0x, man. I really am not. Ever since it launched, I guess if you're ICO and you got out, great. So I noticed this trend. Okay, there are some people who share their investing strategy. They just buy whatever ICO, $1,000, $2,000 worth of whatever ICO, and they pick it up. And then what happens? They dump it the moment it hits the exchanges. Now it's only a matter of time whether how fast they can hit the exchanges. Now BCC and IOTA. Okay, sure, item. BCC and let's do IOTA. I don't. IOTA is like IOTA, Bitfinex. Okay, Same thing. There is a possibility of a breakout for IOTA. So you have to strike spot now, as in hit the market right now, and then after that you can sell off at 16137. Don't go all in, man. I mean, when I say don't go all in, it's just a general comment. Okay, I know. I think basically there's not much that I need to say, because it's a technical play. Okay, from stochastic RSI, the volume is not fantastic. I just warn you, the volume is not fantastic. The stochastics RSI have already turned, so you can probably cash out with this little profit. So let me show you whether is it worth your time. So if you buy now, your take profit is about 21.86%. That is your peak, but you want to go a little bit more conservative. So I would say 2374. Sorry, not 2374. What am I talking about? 15,532. Okay, so if you hit the market now, 15,579 would be your exit, and that's around 16 to 18%. Now, bear in mind that IOTA, you need to see whether or not there's any fundamentals that can actually push IOTA up. If there's nothing, please don't go in. What's the next one that you mentioned? Bite-sized Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, he's a fun guy. Okay, nobody can predict that. Okay, okay, next. No, 10x is not dead by a long mile. No, 10x is not dead. 10x is just competitive. It has to have enough marketing support in order to continue to push. In order for it to push up, you have to make sure that it has enough marketing, because it's just a card, guys. 10x is not dead. It works, right? It works, but whether or not do people want to buy it is another story. Or at least you need a large user base. Okay, simple as that, in order for it to be functional. Okay, the other one is BCC. We better cover some BCC, man. BCC, BTC, yeah, looking not too bad. 0.137. Currently at the new support level. So, yeah, it's currently at the new support level. But you know what? High volatility. So, same thing. You can strike spot now for the aggressive ones. Strike spot meaning that you buy it now. And you can maybe queue slightly lower at the 0.13 levels. You can have a stop loss at 0.121. The TP, recommended TP will be 0.16, guys. Don't go for anything less. It's a waste of time. Or else don't even participate in this trade. Okay, my thoughts on BCC. It's here to stay. It has enough minor support from Jihan Wu, who owns Bitmain, and Roger Ver. Yeah, Chinese miners love this. So what can I say? Anything that Chinese love, there's enough liquidity. There are more wallets, and I think merchants and services that are allowing Bitcoin Cash, because it's so much cheaper. Okay, simple as that. If it's cheaper to transact, the fees are low, I will definitely use it. Can you cover Navcoin? Oh, I see. All right, Paul. Sure thing. Can you cover Navcoin, please? I'm using my phone to live chat and watching on my iPad. Okay. Thank you for the support, man. I hope you're not burning too much data. Yeah, BCC can be huge. It's just that, like I said, people need liquidity, ample liquidity for it to spike. So if it doesn't have enough volume, then it's gonna struggle, right? So that's the usual case. So why do you think Quantum at the moment is still kind of it's okay? Quantum is gradually picking up from the 0.0025 and now is at 0.003. People love to wait till the last minute, and then they're gonna FOMO. All right, Richard. Cheers. I just don't want you to burn data, man, because I know that, you know, data is expensive, and especially if you exceed your data plan, it's gonna cost. Yep. Can you cover Doge, please? Oh, Doge. Dogecoin, okay. Sure, for the fans. Yes, oh man. What do you want me to say, man? It's 40 satoshis, you know? Look. Okay. I'm trying to find a reasonable answer. If you want to invest in Doge, this play is gonna be like, I'm gonna buy and forget about it. Fair enough. I'm gonna buy and I'm gonna forget about it, and I hope that Doge starts picking up. You know, it's still around, of course, but people have gone to projects that are more exciting. Just saying, it's cute. I like the dog, and I understand it's a very fast coin to pay with, but why can't I just use Ethereum? You know, why can't I just use Ethereum? So yes, you can if you really want to, but I can't see any reason, enough conviction for me to put a level out. Thank you. Okay, time to discuss some Civic. Yes, okay, Civic. Yes, a lot of news, a lot of shinning by Vinny. Okay, so Civic is one of those projects that I am bullish in, regulation technology. So this is one of those projects that if you want to invest, please feel free to do so. Because once, you see, okay, so I understand that there's Equifax that just got hacked, right? Those are the credit reports. That's one of the largest databases for credit reports to be done, right? So apparently, right, Civic will be more or less along those technologies, and I think this is those times. So this at the moment does not have much excitement, but this is the sleeper. So here's the play: Quantum, OMG, Civic. Exactly in this order. In terms of the potential timeline for it to pop. Now, Quantum, because obviously on the 13th they're going to have mainnet, mobile wallet going to pop up. November, complete API integration, possible listings on larger exchanges compared to the current list. So everything is just going to add volume, momentum. I'm also going to be arranging an appointment or an interview with one of the developers for Quantum, because I really want to understand the account abstraction layer, the decentralized governance policy. These are the things that I want to discuss. As much as I love to get you all invested in the levels and all that, but I really love to understand the technology behind it. And that's when, you know, I personally start learning as well, because I'm not a techie, right? So as a finance person, I can understand the macro to the micro, but when you talk about the code and what the code does, you know, to me it seems like it's so far away for us as retail investors who can really use it and appreciate it. Okay. Yes, they potentially are going to launch satellites, because that's a whole satellite infrastructure in itself. Can you please cover your cam? Okay, cover ETC, sure. Okay, ETC currently. Okay, ETC, if they are going to transfer, okay, this is one of the most challenging questions. ETC from a technical standpoint is still very far off from where it needs to be. I anticipate that next year would be probably a little bit bigger, I hope, for ETC, because that's when they're going to be a little bit behind compared to Ethereum, because they want to know how Ethereum fares on their proof of stake, and then from then they'll decide. So once the Emerald wallet is fully functional, then there's going to be a little bit of movement. But if you notice the chart, right? Okay, if you notice the chart, a large part of the buy-ups are already gone. So it's back to the consolidation point. So if you pick it up, it's going to be long drawn because as you notice, it's already sideways trending on the oversold, and it doesn't seem to have any life in it at the moment. So be very cautious if you want to buy ETC. It's still a good project on a whole. Okay, can you please talk about Superman? I want to talk about him. Okay, let's go. KMD, please. Just reach the oversold. Okay, fine. I look at it from this last candle. There's still much uncertainty with the bear still in control. Okay, so there's not much upside for you even if you entered the trade. Just look at where the candles end at the end of the day. Not much upside left. Okay, so if you're interested in Komodo, I think it's best that you go and invest when you're closer to a significant announcement, a timeline announcement. Monaco is MCO, right? Sorry, I don't. It went parabolic and then after that it tapered off. So there's nothing much to say now. See, do you notice that all the charts are the same? Do you notice all the charts are the same? There's this pump, and then after that this dump, and then after this lull period. So same thing is going to happen to possibly Quantum, but when Quantum shows its muscle, it'll be probably next year. Okay, so buy into it and just try to remember, like when you invested in Ethereum, guys. When you invested in Ethereum, the $9-10 period. Okay, let's go back to Ethereum when it was on. Okay, let's talk about the solid stuff. Okay, so let's talk about Ethereum when practically very little people were bothering to want to purchase it. Okay, so this is where your EOS, your Quantum are all at. Okay, these are one-day candles, by the way, guys. March, April, May, June, July, lull. If you really want to have life-changing wealth, you have to wait for solid projects like this to pop. Okay. Delta Coin, not gonna cover that, man. Can you cover Linda Coin? Is that the one that Paris Hilton spoke about? ARK is flying. ARK is flying because few things. It's one of those POS coins that is still cheap, you know. Okay, folks. It's been an hour. Ethereum is now at $301. Try to pick up some Ethereum, guys. Like I said, this is one of those advices. I'm happy to even have the amount of people watching. It's okay to be slow and steady. I rather the ones who want to learn be there, right? Do you teach how to analyze both fundamentals? Yes, I do. Gary, you may feel free to email me. I have the links to the description where you can email me. Okay, let me key in the email first. Yep. Okay, guys. So, y'all take care. Stay invested. Make sure you understand. Stick to the good stuff, okay? When you stick to the good stuff, you cannot go wrong. Yeah, you can buy some Steam. Sure, buying some Steam is okay because it has already had enough database. People love using Steam. Pick up some Steam. And after you do that, everything's going to be very, very solid. Okay, guys, take care. God bless.